Alright, take two on this. This is the second time. I have to go back to where I was. Anyways, same rhetoric, file size low, all that stuff. Resolution's shit because of file size. Frame rates are shit because of file size. Work with me, okay? Audio is shit because file size, yada yada yada. You get the picture. Anyways, was getting some motivational speech and shit, or from news, watching people talk about getting money out of politics, watching how, people saying like, oh, we don't want corrupt politicians, watching how we want the system to be unbiased, we want money out of politics, we want etc, 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 and I have to say, you're all fucking wrong. You can't have your cake and eat it. You can't. It's not possible. And I know that's a little bit counterintuitive because the argument's a little bit of a paradox. But the point being is rich people want to get richer, poor people want to get rich. Okay, why? Because poor people want to make a living and they don't like going from check to check. Rich people, they're like, oh, I have a lot of money, I have big assets. I want to be able to not end up in bankruptcy the moment something goes under, or have some buffer of some kind, or etc, 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 yada 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 yada. Anyways, the problem is not the system. Nobody's allowing these big politicians to be bought out. They just are. And one of the things that I have to say is when it comes to unification, okay, buying out politicians is a good way to get unified. It's expensive as shit, because then you're paying whatever people want you to buy or pay. And normally people want as big a value as I can imagine. Hell, I want $6 million. It's not going to work like that. Not like that's going to happen, right? Shit in one hand, whatever in the other. Okay, see which one fills up, okay? That kind of thing. And when it comes to getting money out of corporations, I hear a lot of people say like, oh, just free up the companies, remove the regulations in corporations so that they can make stuff and whatnot. You people forget, we've had peace for so long, you have completely forgotten that we have what we have because of those regulations. Okay, when it comes before the days of regulations, when we had asbestos, you can imagine that it's extremely hazardous to your health. Or yeah, I think it's asbestos. It's a toxic material that if you touch it, but it's great for mittens, especially for oven mittens. It was utilized a lot in replacing hot, burnt out electrical tubes for old ass computers that utilized those systems back in those days before they were obsolete. Okay, so and then you have the whole rhetoric of how to properly put your food in containment, in storage, in a refrigerator, in fast food joints, proper means of using gloves, and all of which are federally enforced, mind you. These are all safeguards of the FDA, and they are regulations enforced and passed by politicians. You guys want to get rid of the regulations that ensure and enforce safe working conditions. There are laws that protect your ability to be hired. Laws that protect your ability to keep a job. Okay? Laws that affect your ability to get paid a living wage, hence minimum wage. Okay? You think corporations would want to pay that much money into your ass? Hell, the people have to go to fucking unions to be able to get decent days off. Okay? There are regulations for industries like CDLs. Okay, you have to be certified with a CDL license. I think it's a CDC or something. Commercial drivers' classes, something like that. And they have regulations, different grades for different volumes, regulations for how much weight a standard GW gross vehicle weight is. And the reason why this exists is because, you know, cars weigh a shit ton, and bridges can only hold so much. Then they have regulations of size, width, you know, fuel economy, safety regulations, all that stuff. What we're saying is there are regulations. Regulations enforced by standardized systems. These systems exist to protect your ass. Okay? Now you people want to take that away. Want to take that away because why? Because you don't like corrupt business? You don't like mega corporations and all that shit? You know, I'm going to give you one good fucking example that everybody in the world knows about. Google is a fucking mega corporation. Okay? Why are they that way? Because they have a good fucking product. Okay? You people bitch about mega corporations all the fucking time. Because why? They have a good product. You know, it's like they earn the fucking money. They get it. You know, you're not going to go to your local Best Buy and say, I don't like you because you're a mega corporation. Fuck off, I'm never going to buy from you again. No, you're going to go there and say, they got this, that, and whatever I need. And I'm going to go there, I'm going to spend money that the, you know, the stock market and everyone else pays in order to get a product. Okay? I need to be able to make a living. They have the stuff I need to make a living. I'm going to go there, I'm going to buy that stuff so that they can keep, and I'm going to pay a certain amount that allows them to keep getting that supply in case I need it later on, or, you know, like so on and so forth, or in case someone else needs it or something. But they have it. Okay? They have video games that people waste their lives on. Hell, I wasted the day playing Fallout. Okay? And you people bitch about it. You bitch about it. Get money out of politics. You know, who fucking knew? Well, politicians don't need to make a living, right? Fuck's sake, people, you act like you know it all. Piss me off. I swear to God, you piss me off so much. God, it's like, oh, you know, I know everything about politicians. You know, I can do better than they can. And it's like, I've seen how you people do things. There is a place where people buy up sectors online and make these so-called impregnable, perfect policies. And you know what I see in all of it? Massive fucking abuse of power. Massive. You cannot go anywhere without it. Okay, I see people manipulating other people's relationships. I see people conning people out of money. I see people guilt-tripping, weaponizing relationships, and slandering and utilizing of people's friendships with other people as your own personal way of political corruption. And you people whine about how these people are corrupt, and you're just as fucking corrupt as they are. Damn. No, I was, you know, I voted for Hillary. Okay, and here's why. 1, we have a debt. 2, Clinton's gave us a surplus. Equals, you know, they gave us a surplus. Okay? 3, okay? 3, Osama Hussein, and oh God, I can't even say that without laughing. I can't even think about. Oh God, you people are absolutely fucking crazy. I swear to God. Every reason that you people have made to hate the Clintons has been based on bullshit. Every excuse you guys have made to justify it has been utter bullshit. Okay? I hear things like she wants to abolish the Second Amendment, and then I see Trump trying to abolish the first one. Okay? Wow! Oh, Trump is trying to abolish the First Amendment. I see Trump talking about like, oh, you know, if Hillary appoints her own judge, then nothing you can do. While Trump is literally firing everybody who doesn't agree with him or kiss his ass. Proving that he will get rid of every judge who doesn't kiss his ass and give him what he wants. Cheers. Everything that you guys who will support Trump has been disproven. And not only disproven, but also proven to be true with the guy making the claims. You don't like Hillary for the things that your candidate, for the things Trump does. That's Obama. Here's another piece of evidence that everyone is just as corrupt as politicians. People who think that Obama wanted to take away your rights and deploy martial law. He's nearing the end of his campaign. There's almost 2 months left, and you people still think he's gonna do it! And then you're like, oh, you know what? Well, Obama didn't do it, but Hillary will. Like, you were wrong about Obama, so now you're trying to pin it on Clinton. Like you're right, but you were wrong about Obama. And then you're like, oh, people shouldn't need to be afraid and all that shit. And granted, no, nobody should be afraid of it, what the other president's going to do. But when you're afraid of them doing something that they're not going to do, then you're just making shit up. You're living in La La Land. Okay? I had something I was going to recap on. Trump deficit. Corruption. Damn it, I had something. Emails. Right. Let me see. Okay. Jane sends Jill an email from point A to point B to talk about Jack. Jane says, hey, I like Jack. Or Jill, or whatever. I forgot. Anyways. My point being is that you people bitch about Hillary sending emails that were intercepted or whatnot, etc., 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 yada, yada, yada. You call her neglectful, yada, 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 etc., etc. But here's the stitch in that, okay? You people are bitching about emails being sent to and from an email server. These emails are not being sent to the United States enemies. You don't get to know what's in them because you don't have the clearance. You can't prove that they were revealing top secret top secret information about our soldiers to the enemy. As far as I can say, it's been disproven. I mean, she did not hand over the information to our enemies. The information was stolen from her. That's how that works. Many people are bitching that she sent emails to the person she meant to send emails to. That's called business as usual. That's like going to your work saying, hey, this person sent a fax about the memo that was supposed to be over. We should fire them because they did their job. America. America.
Big lies. The Independent reports here. The New York Times investigation has revealed that Trump companies are carrying debt of at least $650 million, more than double the amount that he disclosed in public records. Okay, so that's hilarious because they're saying here, well, that's more than the double that he disclosed in public records. The Independent reports here. A New York Times investigation has revealed that Trump companies are carrying debt of at least $650 million, more than double the amount that he disclosed in public records. Okay, so that's hilarious because they're saying here, well, that's more than the double that he disclosed in public records. But Trump has, on the campaign trail, and in many interviews, said, I have no debt. I have none. I don't believe in debt. None. I don't have any. I have no, or sometimes I don't have any, but very little. Which is it? And also, at I think it was his campaign launch, he repeated that over and over and over and over and over. So, and like everything this guy says is false. We just covered the story. He said, I'm going to get 95% of the African-American vote in 4 years. That's obviously not true. The ease at which he lies is fucking jarring, man. It really is. They continue. The Republican owns minority stakes in an opaque network of partnerships and limited liability companies and relies on credit and loans to prop them up. That's exactly what we told you it was from the beginning. All Donald Trump is good at is saying, Trump, successful, great, billionaire, amazing, Trump, 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 Trump. So he pumps up his name, he markets his name, to the point where a significant percentage of the country goes, okay, Trump equals, wealthy billionaire, successful person, and he's the epitome of, like, this capitalist success. So he pumps up his name enough to make it so that he can get into partnerships with some people, and he sets up LLCs, limited liability companies, and then he relies on credit and loans to prop up said businesses. So in other words, the businesses aren't successful on their own right, by their own merits. It's the Mitt Romney trick, actually, when it came to Bain Capital. So what do? You go in, you harvest a company, you load it up with debt, and then you run out the back door with all the money and let them file for bankruptcy. Well, that's similar to what Trump does. In fact, Trump has filed for bankruptcy at least 5 different times with 5 of his different companies, and it's for this reason. It's amazing, and he does.
I didn't finish that whole clip because you basically get the point. Anyways, the point being is, you guys don't like Hillary because you're worried about a mega corporation. That Trump has multiple businesses that are surviving off of loans, and you still vote for Trump because you think, oh, Hillary's gonna have a mega corporation of some kind, even though Trump is so far proven that he's been spending campaign money on himself and his businesses that need bailing out, and all of them do. And then you guys bitch about her having corporate donors when Trump may not be into corporate donors, but he is certainly in for a corporation under his own name and his family's. Okay? The only reason why he's not for corporate donors is because nobody's donating. Okay, and the only reason why they're not donating is because they all know he has shit tons of debt, and he's a merciless failure of a businessman. You guys say, oh, he's a good businessman, he'll bail out this country. I just played a video clip proving otherwise. And not a video clip because the screen size is a little small. But that was on Secular Talks revealed Donald Trump's debt. So if you Google that, or YouTube that, you'll find it. And what I'm saying is that you guys bitch because people tell you what to bitch about. Okay. You want to put America first, you can't even put your own election first for America. You guys want to make America great again. Oh yeah, that's another point I wanted to make. I think I covered it in another video, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, make America great for who? Exactly. Because Fallout 4 is a great game. Eve is a decent second job of a game. Okay? Other things are a game. Or are great. No. It's like with soda, okay? Some people like diet, some people don't. When it comes to games, you know, people always want to improve water quality of the textures and so on and so forth. It's never perfect. It's always somebody who wants to change it for their preferences. And people do that. They do it all the time. Modifications of anything. Hell, people modify their car when they want to put different rims on it. Different paint jobs. People modify their hair. I'm gonna make hair great again. Oh god, the disappointments are amazing. Government exists in business to make sure you people get to make a living. To make sure you people have equal opportunity. And like I said earlier, corruption is rampant. It's not a problem with the system. You want to fix it? Create more laws. Have the system go through legislation to do things. That's what they're for. Hell, the president should do something about that, okay? But does that mean get rid of all politicians? No, hell no. Fuck the hell no. Damn. What would we do without the law? Then I hear people, you know, like, law, you know, law is good. By definition, law is good. No! No! Law is not always good. Law and order does not always trifle against evil. Or guilty people do not always get punished by the law. Some people even get away with it. Okay? Lawyers have the industry of twisting the law's arm. And why do we have judges? Why do we have cops? Because they're all fucking idiots! You know, the law basically says, you know, the system says, the way it's built, is that we don't expect you people to be able to understand all of these things without a preset definition. Okay? You cannot properly define or think for yourself. Therefore, we will create a policy built on rule structures, protocols, and regulations in order to ensure to the best of our ability that you are doing what needs to be done. And it's hard to do. People are even exploiting things on Eve. And people exploit things in the field I do research all the time. It's part of why I do research. It's one of the things I research in the field. And why do they research? Because there's a different currency in the field. People spend a lot of dinero on that because dinero means they get to buy these sectors, and when they buy up these sectors, they get to populate these sectors with different users, and then they get to control who gets to go in and out of those sectors. So they get to intimidate people by saying, hey, if you want to be able to hang with your friends, then you will follow our rules and do whatever the fuck I say. Okay, and a lot of people do that because they're not exactly the most talented individuals. Okay, and they don't believe in regulations. The closest thing to regulations that I've seen is that a lot of people create these appeal systems for when they get banned, but they don't let people actually use them. Or the other way of doing it is that people have these staff people that work for them, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll investigate it, we'll ask a few questions, and then we'll say, oh, we did it, we got these reports, yada yada, but we're still not going to get the truth. Because when it comes to a lot of things, you know, you need to ask the source to get the valid information, and a lot of people don't do that. They just do a half-assed job. They say, oh, you know, I'm here, I have to do an investigation. I'm going to ask the first 5 people I meet and then report it in, say good. Okay, or some other people, they're like, oh, you know, it's anti-drama, drama is stress, you stressed me, so you're banned, and you disobeyed the rules. And that's the thing. Or the other people are like, oh, you defended this person. This is an actual legitimate example. That, you know, when some people got banned from a place, and they were like, oh, their friends were banned because they were asking too many questions about the banning, or they were defending somebody else. Then there's also the times when people are like, oh, you're banned, so now you're muted and you can't appeal for shit. Or then there's the other ones where people are like, oh, we have an appeal system that they can't find because nobody knows exists, because nobody knows who to talk to. So, or there's the times when people get banned and then they're like, oh, you know, the staff is like, oh, if we get enough complaints, and they slander people all the time trying to get enough complaints, then they're like, oh, then we don't need to give out warnings. We don't need to get the truth. We have enough complaints from these people who they lie to in order to get the complaints, because, you know, people's social status, they tell people what they want to hear a lot of the times. So I know corruption very well. Very well. If you think you're any better than these politicians, I'm going to say you're not. You are absolutely 10 times worse than they are. Why? Because they do it for dinero. You're doing it because you want to feel empowered. Okay. That is so wrong. So wrong. Oh, we have people in Eve who do troll fests just to do that. We have freaking Minecraft. We have corruption, okay? And Minecraft, mind you, this last case with FitMC, you know, after the whole issue with the PvP session, he's coming across. He's turning his side a little bit. You know, he's been talking with Rusher, and suddenly, you know, Rusher's not so bad anymore. He's like, oh, you know, thank you for being transparent and all that stuff. But then we have to go with the rhetoric that Fit started a war. Started slandering the guy. Slandering Rusher. Getting all these people to hate Rusher. And then hate all of these newbies calling them Rushers. You know, like, then it becomes a question, like, are you willing to clean up the mess you create? Because I'll tell you one thing, I have never seen anybody do it. I'm sorry. There isn't a single person in all the times I've been doing research that has ever taken the extra initiative to clean up the mess they make. What they do, however, is they allow somebody else to carry the torch. So, is there a problem in the system? Yes. Is it the politicians or the system? No. Where's the problem? Human beings. You, me, Jill, Jane, and Jack. Okay? Shit. So, I'm trying to think here. Oh, one of the things that I heard about when I was talking to somebody is they said that Trump never released national secrets. That they said that only Hillary has betrayed the United States by giving out national secrets. For one, giving out national secrets would mean and imply that she's giving it to Jill and Jane, or Jack. But the fact of the matter is she's not, and it has been proven. But the big thing I want to recap on here is that Trump hasn't been able to give out national secrets because he doesn't have national secrets to give. He doesn't have clearance for it. You think he'd be any different if he had any clearance? I better bet you he would. Jeez. You guys are so fucking desperate to justify Trump. It's like, oh, Hillary's doing this and that, which isn't true at all. I mean, hell, it seems like every time I listen to the news, it's... Oh! There we go. That's something. Trump has gotten more coverage than Hillary because of a basic point. A basic reason. They're giving him a chance. You know, they're saying like, oh, you know, he said something stupid, go on national TV, apologize for it. And then he doesn't. And then they're like, you sure you didn't mean to apologize for that? Like, you want to tell the people a little bit more, you know, like, maybe slipping an apology in there? And it's like, nope. It's like, you sure? Because you're wrong. You fucked up. And then he goes on and says, well, it feels right. That's the fact. It feels right. Like, yeah, that's the fact. It feels right to you. But is it the fact? No, it's a lie. Because what was said is a lie. Sure, you might feel it's right. I feel pretty damn good on a sunny day, but that doesn't necessarily mean shit's good. Hold on. Alright, I got interrupted and annoyed and I lost my train of thought, so I'm just going to go about and posting it the way it is. If you agree, spread the message. If you don't, post your hate. And if you agree and have some opinion that something should be covered or whatnot, then post it. Just please don't make shit up.